Hello, my name is Lisa Balzarette and I'm the owner of Three Black Cats Crochet. Um, I decided to start this channel. I have another channel on YouTube called Lisa Balzarette, and I talk about paper crafts and I talk about my life and what's going on. And I have friends over there and we do swaps. But I wanted to start a channel that is my crochet channel because I have a lot of friends that don't crochet over there. I have some that do, but I have a lot that don't. And so I didn't want to bore them with crochet, and I got a lot of it. So I thought I'd put all this on this channel. I learned to crochet in my early 20s. I worked at an answering service, and there, my supervisor, she would sit and crochet in between calls when it would slow down in the evening. And she was constantly doing a pineapple pattern, always, always. And she did a lot of doilies and tablecloths and bread spreads. So I was sitting there and I was bored and I was like, can you show me how to do that? And her name was Sam. And so I went to Kmart at the time, and I went and got some cotton yarn, and it was only like $1 and about a hook. And she showed me the basics of how to crochet, and she taught me how to do a granny square. And so it got real big. I mean, I went around and around and around, and if you do granny squares, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't know what to do with it, you can just go on an infinity. You can make a whole blanket if you wanted to, just, granny. But, I did like maybe 25 rounds of it, and I quit. And at the time, I was really into cross stitch, and I still am. But, so I just put it to the side, and I didn't think too much of it. So about 6 years ago, I was messing around with my cross stitch, and I noticed that my eyes were bothering me. And I have worn glasses all the time in my life because I'm nearsighted, and so I wear them to drive. And so I was like, what is going on? Because I've always had really good close-up vision, never had any problems. So I went to the Dollar Tree and I bought a pair of readers, and that helped a lot, but it's annoying to me to wear glasses. I hate to have something on my face. If I had the money, I'd get LASIK. I'm going to tell you that right now. But I think it has to do with age because I turned 50 this year and my eyesight is not improving. So I use my glasses all the time to cross stitch. I still cross stitch. So anyway, so I was frustrated cross-stitching at the time and my eyes were bothering me. So I was digging through my box of stuff and I said, here's this crochet, and let's see if I can figure out if I remember how to do this. And I didn't. So I went to the library and I checked out some books and I tried to figure it out. From there, I got a book called How to Crochet for Dummies, and I must be really dumb because I didn't get it. And so I was at work and I was complaining that I couldn't figure it out. And my girlfriend at the time said to me, well, have you ever been on YouTube? Because YouTube has a lot of tutorials for a lot of different stuff. You should, check it out. And I'm like, okay. So I went home and on my day off, I looked up YouTube, and holy macaroni. There was so much that, and I've decided that I must be a visual learner, that I have to watch people do stuff and then I can get it. If you sit there and tell me all day how to do stuff, I can't do it. I have to get my hands on it. So, if you know me, I can never do one thing and just quit. It has to be, all the way. I can't have 3 skeins of yarn. I have to have every single one in every single color. So, needless to say, in 5 years, I went a little nuts. And the other thing is, I was at work and I'd wear like my hat or my scarf or something. Excuse me, my arm is wiggling. To work, and people would say, did you make that? Oh, can you make me one? Sure. So it got to the point where I was making things for people, and somebody said, well, you should have your own company. I'm like, oh, okay. So at the time, I had 3 black cats. I had Penny, Nigel, and Hershey. And here's my black cat. I only have 2 now because Penny passed away, but it's still 3 black cats. So I would sell little hats and dresses and scarves and whatever, and the name of my company was 3 Black Cats. And whatever money I made, I just bought more yarn. So yeah. And I had a hard time figuring out what to charge people because it's a lot of work. And for the yarn, you have to go buy the yarn, and then you have to do the pattern, and then it's kind of a pain in the butt. So yeah, it was really hard for me to figure out how to charge stuff. But I'll get into more of that later. But right now, I just wanted to introduce myself and tell you a little bit about myself and what 3 Black Cats is about. I'm not going to do tutorials because the lady that taught me, Sam, I have watched other people crochet, and I crochet really weird. And I've tried to emulate and do what the other people have done as far as holding your fingers the way they do it. And it drives me crazy. I can't do it. I always go back to what I'm doing. And it works for me. And my tension is just fine. So if it ain't broke, I'm not going to fix it. So, yeah. So I hope this will be a fun venue. I hope to meet a lot of crocheters. I hope some of my subbies from Lisa Bell's Rat come over here and hang out with me because that would be a lot of fun. And yeah, I thought I'd share a few projects that I'm doing, talk about the things I've learned, and go from there. So until next time, bye-bye.